Welcome to the Carnival of Night, traveler. The lights are strange here, and the fortunes stranger still. Will you step through the veil tonight? A masked fortune teller asks you to pick a card. Choose wisely. What you ask may be answered, but never quite in the way that you expect. Group 1. The Song. One wears a mask of feathered blue, her face half shown but never true. A song surrounds her, soft and low. You hear it more, the less you know. Group 2. The Magician. One deals in tricks with steady hands. A smile, a twist, a slide of plans. Cards take flight with perfect grace. Each motion sharp, in time, in place. Group 3. The Joy of the Future. One sits where the laughter fills the air, with dancing fae and toadstools rare. They smile like mischief, wild and sweet, and futures gather at their feet. 3 paths lie ahead, each with its own kind of magic. Choose. This reading's shared, a common thread for many hearts and many heads. Take what feels true and let the rest go. Your path begins in the link below. Group 1. The Song. Welcome, listener. You've chosen the song, a current beneath the noise, felt as well as heard. This is the path of listening, where both the singer and the meaning hide behind a mask. What you sense here may not come in words, but in sudden realizations, a shift, a recognition. Let's follow the sound and see who sings in the cool night. As you listen to the song, you'll notice it speaks of what has come before. These are echoes, choices, entanglements, invitations. These are notes you've already sung, whether in joy or in dissonance. This is a song of what brought you here. Let's listen. The Devil. You were bound to something. Desire, doubt, a loop you couldn't name. Three of Pentacles. You tried to build, perhaps even with others, but the rhythm was off. The harmony faltered. Eight of Wands. Then everything accelerated, too fast to hold. A moment where speed was too much. High Priestess. So you listened, or stopped, or slipped into silence. Something was revealed, but only halfway. The Hermit. And then came the solitude, inner more than outer, chosen perhaps, or imposed. Now you're searching for a light to show the way. And that search brought you to the singer. The song carries forward, and with it flickers of what may come. The Emperor. There is a need for structure, or structure is taking shape, a form where once there was only longing. Judgment. Something calls you to awaken. There is a clarifying realization coming. The Lovers. A choice that feels like love, or perhaps a love that feels like choice. King of Swords. Clarity sharpens a decision, a voice spoken aloud instead of carried in silence. Two of Cups. A connection, real, delicate, mutual. Not the old echo, this is something new. Strange, isn't it? So many answers, but with them, so many questions. Did you already sense the answers? Or are we to know more about them? Let's ask and listen for the voice behind the voice. Ace of Wands. A structure is forming, but it must be yours, not borrowed. When this structure meets your inner fire, you are on the right track. Judgment. The card appears twice, so it is important. Where are you being called? You need not only to hear the call, but to act to it. Six of Wands. This decision that you make in alignment with your heart gives you wings. What was unpassable bramble once, you can now rise above. Justice. Both the King of Swords and Justice carry a blade, and not without reason. Your words are your blade. Wield yours with clarity, with care. Words can cut. Queen of Wands. This is a snake of healing. Look, see how the same serpents coil below, two winged snakes entwined. This connection is not just beautiful, it heals. The rain begins, and now they come, masked, painted, laughing or weeping. These are the Fae of the Carnival. Listen carefully. The bodacious Boda. Not everything that follows you means harm, But some things must be told to leave. Friends, you are not alone. Look around. Laughter, warmth, movement. Life is a carnival. Let yourself enjoy it and cherish your friends. If you let them, they'll lift you higher. The piper. The singer does not sing alone. The piper plays for her, following her tune. Honor the one who plays for you. Guardian at the gate. This is a true threshold. You do not cross it by accident. If you step forward, know that something in you will change. Listen, listen. The rain is singing too. Let it rain. Let's press these words into our heart. This is a good moment to end. Thank you for listening to this song. Leave a like if you wish to support me. And let's see what kind of show the magician is putting on next. Group 2. The Magician. Welcome, traveler. Ah, you've chosen the magician. Clever choice. Or was it she who chose you? She deals in sparkle and suggestion, just enough wonder to set your heart racing. She shows you a glimpse of what could be, beautiful, captivating, and maybe just an illusion. What becomes real is up to you. Let's step into her world and see what she reveals tonight. The first cards that the magician deals tell you about your past, about what brought you here to this moment. They speak of the events, choices, and energies you met along the way, offering insight into your situation. Let's see what her cards reveal. The candlelight in here keeps its own secrets, soft on the eyes but not always kind to the finer details. Don't worry, I'll bring each card into focus for you. Six of Cups. Your journey starts with kindness. This is a card of nostalgia, gift-giving, and sometimes meeting your inner child. Something in your past seemed sweet. Maybe you looked longingly to the golden days. That longing for sweetness planted the first seeds of a journey that would one day draw you into the magician's tent. The Emperor. Then came a period of structure. The Emperor is a major arcana of structure and rulership, clear plans and discipline. He's also stern male archetype, but he can also be your inner critic, demanding much of you. This was the scaffolding that shaped your next steps. Four of Swords. After that, the lights dimmed. An intermission. You were exhausted, spent, or simply in need of rest. This deep stillness gave you space to breathe and space to think. Seven of Swords. This card generally stands for treachery and disloyalty, but it can also be about a cunning plan. Did the rest give you clarity to do a change of plan based on what happened? This card has a feeling of smart move in it. From that stillness came a clever turn, a change of plan, a sleight of hand. 6 of Wands. And then applause, the victorious return. Whatever plan you made bore fruit. The crowd cheered and the way ahead was easier than before. But even in celebration, you knew the story wasn't done. Victories, like conquered cities, can spark their own rebellions. Perhaps that's why you found your way here, to see what act comes next. Now the magician deals you the cards that speak of what lies ahead. Emperor. Again, this is important. Why? Because this work is unfinished. This means that the work you did with this energy in the past continues, and you need structure and planning also for the future. Magician. This magician is reversed, but I feel like keeping him that way. This means tricks and shortcuts won't serve you now. You need to understand real magic behind it in order to advance. Now is the time for mastery, not sleight of hand. Knight of Cups. This card advises you to embark on a quest for meaning and emotions. Movement with heart, pursuing inspiration and ideals. Queen of Pentacles. She is the domestic queen and queen of material things. Everything around her is fertile and fruitful. She speaks of results to come, but not from conquest, but of slow growth. Nine of Swords. Not everything is going to be easy. This is a card of anxiety and sleepless nights. Something might frighten you more than it needs to. Be mindful not to be needlessly afraid of shadows and reflections. Let's lay a second line of cards, one for each of these, to light the road ahead. May we know more about these paths in the future, please. Mother of Wands. I notice now that she is protecting a clutch of eggs, guarding something valuable. You do not need structure for its own sake. The energy of the Emperor is here to guard and protect you, so that you can hatch something important, perhaps a life goal or a creative project. In this way, it is protective, but if it was A structure from your childhood that once kept you safe and is no longer needed. It is time to release it. Chariot. This card came to advise the reversed magician. This is a wonderful message that once you resolve the challenges of the magician, you will advance in this area of life. The horse signals movement and freedom, and the moon at its brow and the pentagram at its neck shows that it has understood the mystic lessons. This is movement with purpose. Five of Pentacles. When you embark on this quest of the heart, not everything will turn out as you thought it would. Even these experiences will teach you, and sometimes closing one door will open another. Help or resolution might be closer than you think. And while you walk this path, allow your inner rose to get some light, otherwise it will wither. Six of Wands. Do you remember the Six of Wands in the beginning, the victorious hero who returns? That earlier victory may have been turbulent, but this victory, stemming from the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, is far more long-lasting and stable. Like a rainbow forming over a garden, this may be the most radiant path so far and a wonderful guidance for the future. Four of Wands. The pattern in these cards seems to form a protective sign, but Four of Wands is also a card of coming together, celebrations, home and loved ones. When you feel that you are on a shaky ground, seek support from those you love. So, this is the advice of the magician, but she still has some tricks up her sleeve. I will finish this reading by drawing 4 oracle cards. These cards speaks in deeply psychic and intuitive voice. These might just be the most interesting messages yet. Let's see what they will tell you. The magician lays out the last set of cards before you, her smile unreadable. We'll start with this wild card, because it was so eager to be known. Reunion. The stars, moons and flowers repeat in this card. But now there is another tone with it, one of feline energy and of a doorway. The most straightforward way to read this would be as an arrival, returning to somewhere important, your home, your temple, your circle of loved ones after time apart. But I feel there is a deeper note here, especially for some of you. This is an arrival at a realization, a reunion with thought or energy that is your birthright, yet one you might have forgotten. Learning. Again, this is a card of many meanings. For some of you, it may point to studies, gaining new skills, applying to university, or refining abilities you already have. But I sense more than that here. The hand in this card is marked with astrological symbols akin to palmistry. I feel this is a call to deepen your psychic gifts, for even innate abilities can be learned, honed, and brought to a finer edge. Abundance. What is it that you ask abundance of? Just money? Or success at work? Or is it more freedom, more inspiration, more friends and allies, more resources, more harvest from your own garden and time to work there? Whatever it may be, this card is both confirmation and a call to action. The tides are returning toward abundance, but the work needed to receive it must be done. And remember, not all glitter is false. Sometimes what shines truly is yours to claim. Outside the tent, the music swells, a reminder that your journey through the carnival mirrors your journey through life. Let's turn your final card of the reading. Respect. This card encourages you to show humility and respect, not to lower yourself before narcissistic energies or individuals, but to cultivate a mindful approach. Like mycelial networks, we are connected to a web of energies and life on many levels. Many forces are supporting and assisting us, allowing us to do the work we came here to do. This card also speaks to respect for yourself, for your needs, and for your boundaries. This concludes our reading tonight. Walk in peace and may the magician's lessons stay with you, bringing insight and inspiration. And as she told you at the start, what becomes real is up to you. Step back into the night, carrying what you've chosen to keep. Group 3. The Joy of the Future. Welcome, dreamer. You've chosen the joy of future, a moment before the leap between now and what could be. The path ahead is bright but not certain, and it takes courage to meet it with joy. See that little man in the lower left corner? He's anxious. Still, the Fae gather here in celebration, not fear. It's already autumn in their card. Let's join them and see what your future might be ready to offer. Hey, who made the upper camera all blurry? Well, I guess it was just the candlelight. But don't worry, I'll give you sharp images of each card. The first cards are going to tell about your past, for you to reflect on the events and to gain insights from it. Seven of Cups. Right, too many choices, too many paths, confusion and uncertainty. You are here because you are not sure of things at all. But that's okay, we'll work to see if we can get some clarity on your situation. 10 of Wands. Oh, and you're tired too, having too much to carry. Perhaps you feel that many things lie on your shoulders. Page of Cups. But deep inside there is something meaningful starting. Something very delicate, but something very meaningful. Let's see if we are to know more about that. Queen of Wands. She is a queen of passions and inspiration. Looking back, as she does now, you did much of what you did because you truly wanted it. That's a blessing and a privilege of a kind, even if you are where you are now. 8 of Wands. And now you're a bit hesitant to go forward, unsure of what is safe and what is not. Let's see if we can get some clarity on that. The next cards are for the future, but since this is the reading where the fairies gathered, they wanted to have a say themselves to guide you. So, let's see. Aren't they eager? 2 wanted to step forward immediately. And here, 2 cards again. Well, all right. The first 2 cards are the Clunkener and the Collective of Pixies. I read it so that a collective pixies arrived first. Like a group of children tucking your sleeves and gathering around you, they seem to have a lot to say to you. These 2 cards come on top of the 7 of Cups, a card of overwhelming opportunities and indecisive moments. What the fairies now bring to the situation is lightheartedness. If a work or a chore must be done, it can be done dancing. No, it must be done dancing, they insist. And if a decision must be made, it's not too serious. Many paths will lead to good outcomes. Just start from one corner and get the rhythm going. They remind you that the beauty you've claimed, the truth you've chosen, now needs to be lived. Then the Collective of Pixies step back a bit and give space to the Clunkener. Now, usually this fae is one of seduction, charm and illusions, but this time he insists that he has a real message to tell you, not just charm. And the message goes something like this. The shining visions exists so that you will start. It's not all true, but it is spark of fascination to get you moving. Let the allure be a compass. The mask that you've selected for yourself for the carnival isn't a lie. It's a doorway to the bolder you. It shows a reflection of something you already carry. Thank you. Let's turn the next card. The ordering is a bit scrambled. Well, what do you expect with the fairies? I think this is advice in relation to both 10 of Wands and a Page of Cups. Honesty. Now, he's a very central figure in this reading. The arrival of honesty isn't a contradiction to the Clunkener's glamour. It's a deepening question asking you to reflect. What are you missing? What do you truly want? If you desire something, what wants to come out? What does it mean? What has been overlooked? This card landed on top of the 10 of Wands and the Page of Cups. So I feel that he encourages you to bring honesty to the situation. If you are overburdened, don't just say, I'm okay, and keep going. If you feel something new stirring with the Page of Cups, be honest about it too. Tobira of the Waters. And then you hear the sound of water, not from the carnival, but from somewhere deeper. A fairy of sacred springs arrives. Or do we arrive at the sacred spring? Tobira is the fairy of healing waters, of serenity, meditation, rejuvenating waters, and sacred springs. Imagine clear, sparkling water being scooped up by your finger and drinking a fill after a long walk. Feeling better? Tobira calls you to rejuvenate near her waters, whether symbolically or physically. Whether you find her spring in the wild or in the warmth of your own home, in a bath, sauna, or a hidden pool, her waters are a source of healing and inspiration. Inspiration is also the realm of the Queen of Wands above Tobaira. When you are well rested and tended, joy and peace naturally come closer to your heart. Just look at all the other fairies splashing around at her pool. They are splashing to you, coaching you in. Let's turn the last two cards that wanted to appear together. Oh, these aren't just fairies, these are celestial beings, divine energies. The ripples still on the water, and the air shimmers. Something greater is arriving. She of the Cruach and unity. The tone changes here. The carnival lights seem softer, the music more distant. Unity steps forward first, a figure woven of light and antlers, a meeting point of all currents. This is the place where masks and truths dissolve into the same river, where every separate note belongs to the same song. We are all connected. We are all part of the one. You, too, are whole. Beside it, she of the Cruach, the deep cup, the cauldron of the feminine. She is the vessel where the energy gathers, the cup as a symbol of the feminine, the cauldron of rebirth, where the energy transforms into form, manifests into reality. She is the yin energy of the universe, the feminine manifestation, the archetypical goddess. Here, the energies that have been moving through you begin to take shape, cradled until the moment they step into the world. The two of them appear to say, you are midwifing something for the collective, not just for yourself. Now, this reading has taken a tone quite different from the other groups, but since I pulled explanatory cards for the future for them, I feel it is fair to do so for you too, perhaps to ground some of the wild and untamed energies into practical messages. Let's see. I will let these cards guide each part of the whole intuitively like this, so that they connect to the cards below them. Daughter of Pentacles brings delicate energy into the situation. Some of these things can be a bit new and tender, so it is okay to have all kinds of feelings connected to this. The main message is be gentle with yourself. The Seven of Cups repeats. See, it was in your past, so this has to do with the feeling of being overwhelmed and unsure in front of the options you have. Ah, here is the Hall of Mirrors. So many reflections, you can tell which one is the real doorway. So many choices. From which cup to drink? Honesty brings the answers here. When you listen to your heart honestly, it will show you the right cup. I was guided to remind you of a scene from The Last Crusade, where Indiana Jones is picking up a holy grail from the myriad of cups, and it is none of the golden ones, but the humble carpenter's cup. Remember this. The Hanged Man. This card speaks of a period of suspension of inaction, like a bat hanging in her cave waiting for the dusk. This connects to your card of sacred springs and sacred rejuvenation, so this is a card of rest. In order to recover, you need a period of inaction. From the shadows above, a great owl descends, a blade glinting in his talons, the Father of Swords. His counsel is to guard the knowledge that has been given to you. Owls are birds of wisdom and learning, and the sword is the realm of thinking and words, but swords are also tools of protection. This means, let your wisdom discern with whom you share the knowledge of these deep topics. What you are about to learn are secrets, not just some gossip passed on at a daily chat over a coffee cup. Finally, the fairies insist that I share a few whispers from the night forest, so let's do so. They love their grow, and sometimes the wind in the trees whispers them important messages. And these, I am told, are seeds of joy for your future. So, here we go. One of a kind. From the moment you emerged into this world, you had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. You have unique gifts that have only partially expressed. There's more to be found. Let it be. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. Sometimes the folk tales told of people who vanished for days into the underground kingdoms of the fairies, being spirited away. If you find yourself lost in your own dark forest, the fairies are now teaching you a spell to become unlost again. Use it if you need it. It's coming. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. Remember the anxious guy in the Joy of the Future card? He was anxious because he didn't know what the future would bring. But the other fairies were happy because they knew that the future was going to bring them great things. This is the card to remind you of that bright hope and to rest in the knowing that good things are coming. And finally, you are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough. Now and always. Such a lovely message. We waste so much time feeling ashamed, but the laughing fairies are saying there's nothing to be ashamed of, that you are complete and lovable, warts and all. Dwell in the beauty of your being. This is a card of self-love, and it appeared here because you needed to be reminded of this. This concludes our reading. Group number 3. The lights are dimming and the Carnival begins to fade. But the fortune you received will follow through shadow and shimmer alike. Keep it close, traveler. The truth revealed tonight may echo far beyond this moment. Please like and subscribe to hear when the Carnival returns again. Until next time, may you walk with wonder and may the colorful lights guide you way through the dark.